Oh,
Eloquent.
Eloquent means you are very capable. If you speak eloquently, you can speak really well. You can speak quite posh. You can use really big words. Okay, so it shows that you are intelligent. If you speak eloquently, you speak really well. Persuasive means you can change somebody's mind, isn't it? And once his words have even power over my ears. So what does that phrase mean? That means that even he, at one point, made his promise that I would make him a companion. So even I was persuaded by what he said. Even I felt sorry for him. I saw a vulnerable person, so I thought, right, I will, because he gave his argument so well, didn't he? His soul is as hellish as its form, full of treachery and fiend like malice. Okay. So again, a juxtaposition there, isn't it? Suggesting that his words are wise and clever, but actually, what does this phrase mean? Why is his soul being described as hellish? What does treachery and fiend-like malice mean? What has the creation done that is so hellish? Why is that one act is hellish? Because I think it's the only thing that the creation does that I think is truly awful. Yes, what do you do?
He killed all of Victor's friends.
He killed, didn't he, all the innocent people. So what he's saying to Walton here is God is good. He is really good. And he will stand in front of you and he'll be able to persuade you that actually I was the monster. That actually he is that. How reliable is that though, that quote? Because who's actually saying, whose words are those? So I'll tell you, one of the people to my went, so what have you heard at school from a monster's point of view?
Oh, he said something.
Yeah, you see what I mean? So it would be the absolute opposite way around. But what he's referring to here is that the thing that he is cruel, he will never get up, he just wants people to suffer. So, here it is, your 10-minute silent independent phase. Do you agree that the monster's soul was hellish, full of treachery, and fiend-like malice? Can you explain your answer? So I can just have to talk about it. So I would start from Victor's point of view. Yes, of course, the monster's soul is fiendish and full of malice because he killed all the people, Murphy, are you listening, that were dear to him. Yeah? But this is Victor's version. You might argue that the acts of killing Victor's friends and family is fiendish, is hellish, but he has been hurt and betrayed by Victor, so does that make Victor the monster instead? You might want to do your argument like that. That's what I'm asking you to do. So, Harry, put your bottle down. So, if you want to start using my sentence, you can, but this is your chance now, so I'm going to start from, of course, from the point of view, of course, comma, because I've done a French stuff for all of them, from Victor's viewpoint, the creation's soul is monstrous, is hellish, and full of treachery.
Miss Kenneth?
Yeah.
Is it alright if I sit at every lesson?
Okay, and why I think that is he is full of malice because he killed, or he murdered, he murdered my innocent, family, and dearest friend. Not just friend.
Instead of murdered, you can put slaughtered.
Yes, slaughtered. Nice one. That makes him sound even more hellish, doesn't it? Oh, what a lovely word. I'm going to put that up there. You might want to put slaughtered. Oh, nice one. Oh, we've done that word executed, didn't he? Executed. In cold blood. Oh, nice phrases. Now you're making me think. Guys, you're writing your response. A murderer against the family then. In cold, vengeful blood. However, my conjunction here, however, if you consider it from the monster's point of view, you could argue that the true monster in this story is Victor. So off you go. So, however, if you think about the viewpoint, think about it from the viewpoint of the creation, I'm going to say his soul is heartbroken, not vicious. His soul is heartbroken.
Wait, Miss,
Destroyed.
on the second sentence, when it says he is full of...
These are my words. You can use some of my words. He destroyed by Victor breaking his promise. He is hurt beyond belief. So he is hurt.
Mother, sit down.
Tom, do I need to start warning? Why have you got his pencil?
It was okay. It was okay.
He is hurt beyond belief and is lashing out in his pain. I don't think he is. And he is lashing out. But I would then argue, but you could also argue these murders were premeditated. So that makes him think just then. These murders were premeditated, i.e. thought through very carefully by the monster, premeditated by the monster. So that's my argument. So the rhetorical question, so who really, truthfully, come on, get into the wrong thing, truthfully is the real, let me make it stand out, real monster. But you could argue that these murders were committed by the monster, so evil they are. So his soul is evil. Hang on a minute, Jack. I don't want to use that again.
Use all those.
But Victor did start this. Did start all that. I can't write any more.
Wait, do we have to write that before?
That is my words. Okay? And you can magpie some of them, but I would like to try and do it in your own words as well, yes.
For your said at the end, in cold vengeful blood, which he was ever so filled to do.
Yes, absolutely. I really like that.
Basically, persistent.
He was persistent, and he might say that actually, really, should the monster have just killed Victor straight away? You heard me, just kill him, get it over and done with. Because that's the bit that I have a problem with, that the monster, the creation, because not everyone resorts to horrible deeds, do they? Oh, is it? I hate, you know what? I hate these. These are destroyers of jumpers and nice material. Oh.
The last one I was walking around the classroom and
You told me. Okay, I'll let you off on that one because it's quite funny. Mrs. Kenny's got a red tail. All right then. So, but your other arguments could be, you know, why didn't he just kill Victor straight away? Why didn't he kill Victor straight away? So why didn't he?
Because he wanted him to stop.
Kill just Victor, the cause of his pain.
Yeah. He could have just killed him all the time.
Yes, the cause of his pain, not the innocent.
He's going to kill Victor anyway. He might as well just do it.
Yes, Jack.
Let's
Let's put a toilet request in. I'll do the register at the same time, otherwise they're going to think I'm not here, aren't they? Ooh. Right, let me do the register, then I'll put a toilet request in at the same time, okay? Oh, we've got so into the lesson there, blimey, Vinky, we better start doing my register. Right, Jack, let me just do the register. Right then, so we have got, so get it. We've got Milana. Murphy's here. Did I do it? No. Ryan's absent. Charlie's. Oh!
Wait, I said George was in today.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's gone to football, so it's not.
Oh.
I think someone's done our
You
register.
can't go there, so that's fine.
Someone did that.
So what they've done is they've done the register on my behalf, so they won't. Yeah.
No, I've got it now. From one of the classes.
Because you've been in all your other lessons.
Oh.
Alright.
You could have gone home at lunch.
Let's go back to toilet request for you then. So, Harry, turn around. Sorry, you. Okay, so that would be. Who said that?
Me.
Amira? Okay, I'll do Jack first then. I see. Jack asked first. Guys. No, I know. I've heard him. Jack, let's log in. Do you know what? I'm not. I'll try and find out for you though. So Amira. Well, you've not detention. Of course I'll do that. Did I hear a third little voice in the darkness there?
Wait, Mitch, your name is Angela.
Right, let's go back to that. So,
Miss Myers
I'm
Georgia.
saying that from the Victor, who's the narrator at this point, of course it's going to be the monster. But he still has some very good reasons for that. But if we heard it from the monster's point of view, he's just lashing out because his soul has been broken by Victor. And he's just lashing out. But you could also argue that it was all premeditated. He planned it. So, if you've written your response well done, if you need another minute or so, let's do that, and then we'll move on to the next bit. Jack, I'm not going to put any pressure on you. I just want to listen, okay? So I know your head's really hurting. All right? And you're sitting really quietly, and I'm happy with that. And you don't look particularly well, I have to say. All right.
They don't switch.
So. they should come. And to be fair, they have been coming. This week I've been putting requests in and people actually have come. Fingers crossed.
It's like 250. It's like 250.
Since the new system, Murphy, to be fair, since I've been on Arbor, I've not done many toilet requests, but recently when I've done them, they have actually come. I think it's more of a mood that we might have now. Alright then, so, has everybody written a paragraph about what they think about that? Yeah?
Wait.
Exactly. Exactly. Got rid of Victor the problem, he could have carried on in it, all being as bad, but he might have been able to have a good.
Keep out of the way.
I'm going to ask you why you're doing that to that chair, and I'm going to put you on a wall. I don't want to, Harry, but no, Harry, leave that chair alone. You're not sitting appropriately in class. I've moved you there for a very good reason. Sit properly on your chair, turn it right round. And why have you got a rip on your page? Why have you ripped your page? So, is that what you've got to say about that? I like my words. Right, so I'm going to leave that on the board for a minute. There's another question I want you to consider now before we move on. Okay, so write this question in your books. In what ways could you say that Victor is the true monster in the story? And work together to create a bullet point like this. And we came up with about, in my last group, about 10 things we could have said about him. So, in what ways could you say that Victor is the true monster in the story? And refer yourselves back to what we already know about Victor. So, write this question in your books. In what ways? Yeah, it's crazy. He was reckless, wasn't he? In what ways? Could you say that Victor it is the true monster? So Harry, get right in. True monster in this story. Now, they've done 2 for you, but I've already put, well, he started it. He head up, sit properly in your chair. Keep writing. I want you to start a new page rather than start writing there. And make sure you don't rip your book. So, in what ways could you say that Victor is the true monster in the story? I don't think it's wrong full sentence. Let's do bullet points. He is greedy. They started you off there. He is selfish. He's over-ambitious. He let his ambitions get the better of him. Get, and off you go. Get better. Now, I'm going to let you talk in your classroom voice to the person next to you to share your ideas.
Okay.
So, if you want to share those, my last group came up with at least 10 good reasons why they thought. Well, I've got another year 7 group, yeah.
Miss.
Hang on, how are you getting on? All right, my lovely? Okay, have you had a drink? Do you want some water? I've got my water bottle if you don't mind sharing it. Do you want a drink of my water? You share it. Harry, properly in your chair. You're not.
Miss, what's on that calendar? What can you say?
It looks like a little. Yeah.
Oh.
Right, so I'm going to sit next to Jack and write this.
Calendar this morning. Wait, how much is the
Answer this first question.
Down.
How much
If you are not talking about Victor, I shall be cross.
Go. Kaya, this is my heart.
Harry? Right, now you've got to put that question down and I've started the list for you. Off you go.
This is my
No, it's a different question. In what ways could you say that Victor is the true monster in the story? So, what would you like to say about
Because we need to share ideas. She just said that we need to share ideas. Don't copy all my good ones, sorry. Copy all the bad ones. Like that one. And that one. This is my favourite. Why you looking at me like that,
Make sure you keep your voices low. I don't want to know who the individual voices are because you're just talking to the person sitting next to you. It's really nice to make in that way. He created it. Do you want to say another sentence now? He created him, didn't he? He was reckless, wasn't he? He was cruel to the monster, wasn't he? He was cruel.
That's good. Liz, can we say good things about it? How it's like smart.
Oh, right. No, because we're asking, the question is, in what ways could you say that Victor is the true monster? Read the question carefully and don't scribble on your book. No, think.
I'm done. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm bored. Oh yeah, so we were in my bedroom last night, so I'm going to give you guys a room tour when I get home. Because yeah, I've now got a desk inside my wardrobe, which we were planning on doing anyway, but yesterday my mum put because we had a shelf at the top of my wardrobe, so she moved it down to like desk level. So now I've got a closed away desk in a way. But it's really cool to be honest. So Evelina, what the hell are you doing?
Nah.
Go.
Are you gonna cut her hair?
Like, don't say it too loud. Jesus.
No.
Go.
That is risky.
That really is.
And then you accidentally like.
You cut like I didn't accidentally nearly cut a chunk of the hair off.
You should get like.
Okay, Harry.
Hairstyling scissors or something.
No, not
That actually looks so good.
on your own because you distract
That actually looks
people.
well done.
Right. Does anybody want to share? Hands up and I'll call out your answer when it's time.
Made the monster just to like not like him.
Okay, so should we say he was arrogant then? Yeah. He really thought he was all that, didn't he?
He really thought he was alright, don't I?
He was arrogant.
Everyone thought he was
Yes,
fine.
Sophie. One voice. He didn't nurture him.
does have is so dumb.
I like the way you're using that word as well. He didn't nurture
I think I for you too.
his creation. Oh, the cavalry, please, poor old Jack. He didn't nurture his creation. Yes, Lorna. You need to be writing these things down, Harry boy. Come on. Guys, I've been far too nice. It's period 5. He didn't nurture his creation. You were going to say, Lorna. He did. He was selfish. He pushed aside his own family. He pushed aside his own. Murphy, you're shouting out. I'll ask you in a minute. Yes.
He was unaware of the consequences of that.
Yeah, so he was reckless, unaware, reckless. He didn't think of the consequences, did he?
Well, he thought he was
He didn't think of the consequences. Well done, he didn't think it through. Right, Murphy, over to you. What did you want to say?
2 things. He used his power in a bad way.
He abused his power.
Knowledge.
Okay, I've been done. He abused his knowledge and power.
And did the children ever die?
What children?
Yeah, did the children.
Yeah, children.
He didn't have any children. He'd only just married his sister, hadn't he?
Stepsister,
Four,
but still.
three,
Still quite weird.
2, 1.
Get that bit close.
Harry, I can put you on a move in a minute. I've got you down the front, and I have to constantly say your name still. Have a think about that. Oh, he didn't take responsibility for anything. He didn't take the blame.
Chapter.
He didn't
Jack's outside crying.
take the blame.
Jack's outside crying.
He's really feeling like the rubbish. So we need to be really quiet. I was hoping you were going to come back and say you.
You're right, Jack. Jack, what's wrong? He's a white guy.
You, Harry, need to be writing things down. Sit properly. I didn't say you were saying anything. You were not writing anything. He didn't take the blame or responsibility.
Take the blame for anything.
He only felt remorse, kind of remorse, not sure it even was remorse, was it? At the end. So what else can we say? Anybody else got anything they'd like to add to that list? Are you writing this down as well, Murphy?
I can tell you another one.
Yes. I'll go Charlie first. What did you do, Charlie?
He was untrustworthy because he said he'd agreed to a promise.
Yeah, he's untrustworthy. He broke a promise. Untrustworthy. A promise breaker. So he was a promise breaker. However, the monster wasn't a promise breaker, was he? He did exactly what he said he was going to do. I'll come to you in a minute. So he didn't protect his family. And he knew what was going to happen, didn't he?
Can I say
Harry, that is now a move. Sorry to shout. Harry, that will be removed. Sorry, I can't remember what Sophie said now. He didn't protect his family. Charlie, you said. No, which one you said that? You said, yeah. He didn't Warn or protect his loved ones. He didn't, did he? He
No.
didn't do that.
No.
Right, come on, it's good to hear your voice. You tell me what you want to say.
He creates destruction wherever he goes.
He created the destruction, wasn't he? He is totally responsible for that. He caused destruction wherever he went. He caused the destruction or mayhem, didn't he? Right, well done. If you've got anything else I want to add on that, that's brilliant. Right, now, next job. Troops. Here we go.
Troops.
So, Victor dies on Walton's ship, but his final words are a warning to Walton about seeking ambitions which are unobtainable. Walton listens and doesn't risk his life or the lives of his crew, and he turns the ship back and heads home. Something good did come from Victor's story. So at the very end of the story, that's what happens, okay? Walton decides, I'm going back home. Because Walton is a bit like, he was a bit like me. So, but Walter the monster. Now here we go. So we're now going to read. Your assessment task this half term is this. We're not doing it now. Is this question? Just a bit like the stereotype on the bit. To what extent do you agree that Victor Frankenstein is the true monster and deserves no sympathy? So we've made a good stab at it already, just looking at those two quotes from the. Don't need to worry about Milanda's hair, Alina. But before we start making decisions about the answer, there is a bonus instalment we must really determine who is the most reliable in the narrative. So most of the narrative is done in letters, wasn't it? Do you remember that word very back in the beginning? This story is told as a series of letters, mostly by Victor, but also by Walton, because he heard Victor's, he was with Victor at the end, wasn't he? And we hear a little bit from the monster's point of view, but we need to find out whose version is the most trustworthy. So Harry, you are very close now to me asking you to be removed. So what we're going to do, because it's 10 past already, we are, before we do any final presentation,
Oh wait, I think I got the homework. Let's go.
Why do you need another one?
Is this a home?
No, you've got enough homework to do already, boy.
I'll finish that one, just have to do that one. I have to finish that one. What's it?
Because I am fed up with saying the word Harry, so I'll change the word, change the pronoun.
Harriet. Harriet. I didn't do that.
Well, the thing is, well, to go into too much detail now, we haven't got your classmates, so this is quite, do you know what I'm saying? I'm talking, and people are talking, which is really rude.
There's nothing, there's literally nothing there. We're still filming. No, we're still filming. I like filming like more than a whole day, but like filming until English, yeah. Not like a whole day for a minute long. 104 minutes.
I can do that later.
That's like 2 hours, I think. 2-3 hours. Actually, no, it won't be 2 hours. It won't be 3 hours. It'll be like 2 hours long. Tell me where.
You got it? Yeah. What class is it? It's Mr. Shaw's.
I don't know where that is.
1:15. 1:15.
I'll just send it anyway, and then it comes back to confirm it. All right, so let's go back to where I'm going.
Miss Wilson?
Right, you going? Right, you going today?
Always left.
Right, are you going?
Why? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I could just see a lot of funny behaviour log when I log in. How many moves you've had today? Yeah. The first one today. That's a miracle then. Look how many you've made so far. So, I took you to good. Do better. Murphy, what are you doing right now? Whose is that?
Right.
Right.
To be
Hiya.
honest, I haven't got a lot of money.
Yeah, Murphy stole it off her.
Sold it. I've got it.
Oh, who else am I giving a award to, Murphy?
Stop doing that, Emma.
So let's just read now. This is, again, another letter. So we know that Victor's already passed away. Girls at the back, please. Victor's already passed away. And he's writing a letter now to something called Margaret. Well, who do you think Margaret might be?
Is it his wife? No. No, that's Elizabeth,
Or,
isn't it?
right, so, so I'll start, and then like yesterday, somebody wants to join in. But we'll read it, and then we can read it again tomorrow, it is already 12 minutes past.
We've got 8 minutes.
Jack? Margaret, what comment can I make on the untimely extinction of this glorious spirit? What can I say that will enable you to understand the depth of my sorrow? All that I should express would be inadequate and feeble. My tears flow, my mind is overshadowed by a cloud of disappointment. But as I journey towards England, I may there find consolation. As in consolation, some sort of making you feel better. Are you listening, girls, at the back again? And I'm interrupted. So he's writing this letter. Victor's just died. Okay, so he's. Do I need to add to my little list here? Because I've been very good at it today. Which makes me sad. So he's going home to England. His friend Victor has passed away, and he's feeling very sad. I am interrupted. What do these sounds portend? It is midnight. The breeze blows fairly, and the watch on the deck scarcely stirs. Again, there is a sound of a human voice, but also. What was the last word I just said, Jack and Harry?
Water. So I wasn't listening.
What's the last word I just said?
Huh?
No, you don't have a clue.
Wait.
Again, there is a sound of a human voice, but also. It comes from the cabin where the remains of Frankenstein are still alive. I must arise and examine. Good night, my sister. So he's writing to his sister. So, a bit of tension there because down below, Victor's dead, but there shouldn't be anybody else down there. Okay, so who wants to carry on reading the next bit? Come on then.